morning student. Today's topic is Lagrange inverse transformation equation. We know already Lagrange transformation equation. The Lagrange transformation equation is, the first equation is a dash equal to x minus vt by root 1 minus v square by c square. Y dash equal to y, z dash equal to z, and t dash equal to t minus v by c square x by root of 1 minus v square by c square. These are the Lagrange transformation equation. It gives the relationship between the space and time coordinate between two frame of references. The one frame is in rest and another is in moving condition. The a dash, y dash, z dash, t dash are the space and time coordinate of point P, which is considered in the frame a dash, and x, y, z, t are the space and time coordinate of point P related to frame S. Your aim is we find out the Lagrange inverse transformation equation. When we obtain the Lagrange inverse transformation equation by using the Lagrange transformation equation, these are called the Lagrange transformation equation, then only we replace the a dash, y dash, z dash, t dash by x, y, z, t and v by minus v. We get the Lagrange inverse transformation equation. The first Lagrange transformation equation is, observe this, we replace the x dash by x and t by t dash minus v by plus v. We get the first equation x equal to a dash minus, not minus, plus v t dash by root 1 minus v square by c square. The second equation is replace y by y dash, z by z dash, and fourth is t equal to t dash plus v a dash c square by root 1 minus v square by c square. Here observe, these four equations are called Lagrange inverse transformation equation. What is the difference between Lagrange transformation equation and Lagrange inverse transformation equation? Here observe, the space and time coordinate of point P with respect to frame A dash in term of the space and time coordinate of point P with respect to frame S. Here reverse. Therefore, this is called the inverse. Here the space and time coordinate of point P related to frame S in term of space and time coordinate of point P with respect to frame A dash. Therefore, this is called Lagrange inverse transformation equation, and these equations are obtained only by replace the a dash, y dash, z dash, t dash by x, y, z and t and the plus v by minus v. Then the Galilean transformation equation. The Galilean transformation equation is obtained. Here observe, Galilean transformation equation, because the Galilean transformation equation is the special case of Lagrange transformation equation. Here observe, the v is the velocity of frame A dash with respect to frame S and c is the speed of light. If v is much less than c, v is much less than c, then v square by c square is approximately equal to 0, very small, it considered as 0. Then we get here the x dash equal to x minus vt, z dash equal to z, y dash equal to y and t dash equal to t, and these four equations is nothing but Galilean transformation equation This is the special case of Lagrange transformation equation. Then the next topic is very important topic, generally asked in exam for 2.5 marks and very easy. The length contraction. Length contraction. Here we know length contraction, we know in general physics the length of object is always constant, which is the not change with respect to observer or source. It is always constant when it is in moving condition or which is in rest condition. But in the special theory of relativity, the length of moving object is small as compared to the same object which is in rest condition. This is called length contraction. That means the length is contract by multiplication of some factor root 1 minus v square by c square. That is called the length contraction. Length is small, length is changes with velocity. That is called length contraction. Here the consider here two frame of references. Here observe, this is the frame S, its axis is x, y, z, origin is O. Consider another frame A dash, its axis is A dash, y dash, z dash. This frame A dash move with velocity v. Then here consider the object on the x-axis of frame A dash. Frame A dash move with velocity v. Keep in mind, consider the rod AB on the x-axis of frame A dash. Also we know the frame A dash move with speed v or velocity v with respect to frame S. Also you know at t equal to t dash equal to 0, the origin of both the axes, origin of both the frames are coincide to each other. Then we observe the rod AB from frame A dash, or simple way the observer O dash observe rod AB. Then the at point A and B, it's the noted the x1 dash and x2 dash are coordinates of rod AB with respect to observer O dash. Therefore, the x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to L0. L0 is the length of this rod which is kept on the x-axis of frame A dash and observer O dash, and this is called the proper length. Many times in exam ask question what is the proper length. The proper length is the length of object when it is in rest condition. Keep in mind. Then the same object observed from frame S, that means same object observer O. Here keep in mind, when the observer O observe rod AB, then rod AB is in moving condition. Therefore, it noted the x2 is the coordinate at point B, the x1 is the coordinate at point A, and x2 minus x1 is nothing but L. This is called the improper length. improper length. That means what is improper length? The length of object when it is in moving condition. When the observe rod AB, then the rod AB is in moving condition because the rod AB consider on the x-axis on the frame A dash. This is called improper length. Then by using the Lorentz transformation equation, here we know A dash equal to x minus Vt by root 1 minus V square by C square. Therefore, here x1 dash equal to x1 minus Vt by root 1 minus V square by C square. Same way, x2 dash equal to x2 minus Vt by root 1 minus V square by C square. Then equation 3 minus equation 2. That means the equation 2 subtract from equation 3. We get the x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to x2 minus x1 because the Vt cancel and 1 minus V square by C square. Then by using this, x2 dash minus x1 dash is nothing but L0 and x2 minus x1 is nothing but L. We get the L0 equal to L root of 1 minus V square by C square. Then here L equal to L0 root of 1 minus V square by C square. We observe this equation. The value of L is less than L0. We keep in mind L0 is the length of object when it is in moving condition. L0 is the length of object when it is in rest condition. Therefore, the length of object when it is in moving condition is small as compared to its rest condition, called as length contraction. And today stop here.